Hi, welcome to the MelTran Designs podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry, and on Instagram, I am MelTran Designs. Today is Friday, November 3rd, 2017. Had to figure out which day it was there. I hope you are well. I hope you've had a good week and you've been productive in whatever crafty things you've been working on. It's a little bit later in the day today. It's 12:15, and so the Quinn is awake and she's over there playing. You'll probably hear her in the background, and she does want to come say hi at the end. So we'll get a little visit from Quinn a little bit later. No. So happenings this week. This last weekend I got to vend at a local holiday craft bazaar. It's not usually before Halloween, but because of some scheduling conflicts with the building, they had to move it earlier. It's usually like the second weekend in November. So anyway, it was, before Halloween this year, which is all right. We did okay, not as good as years past, but I made my booth fee back plus some profit. So and I got to talk to people and my neighbors next to me. I'm friends with them, so that was a lot of fun. I'm essentially making money while spending the weekend with my friends. For those of you who are new, I can actually show you. Oh, Belle, do you want to go outside too? Hold on one second. Come on, Belle. All right, I will show you what I make and vend. It is a solid lotion bar that I pour into a twist-up container, so that way, Quinn, stop. That way you only put the lotion where you want it. This is the large one. The small one is right here. It is in a sunscreen stick container. I use all natural ingredients, and I use essential oils for the scent, so that way you get not only a product that smells good, but you get the different benefits from the different oils that are inside of them. If you've ever had a lotion, Quinn, shh. If you've ever had a lotion explode in your purse, you will recognize why this would be very nice. Plus, being knitters and crocheters that you are, have you ever noticed in the middle of the winter, well, I live in the desert, so take that for what it's worth. Here in the winter, it gets even more dry than in the summer, but have you ever noticed in the winter time, like just the backs of your hands might be dry, and so you stop, put lotion on, then you have to wait forever before you can touch your yarn or your fiber or whatever. Like this, get back. There, now you don't have to listen to my dog tap dancing across the floor. Anyways, if just the back of your hand is dry, you pick this up, put it on, you're done. You don't even have to rub it in, put the lid on, pick up your crafting and keep going, and your hands are getting moisturized while you're crafting and you haven't lost hardly any time. So anyways, if you're interested in ordering some, I do have an online shop. Because my business is called Keep On With Life, because you put it on and keep on with life. And if you can see right here, hopefully that's not backward. Like, it's backwards to me, but hopefully the video flips it. keeponwithlife.bigcartel.com. So anyways, I am actually going to be having some gift sets that I'm putting together. Belle, go on. I'm in the process of looking for, or sifting through and ordering some things to put together. Some foot rescue kits is what I'm going to call them, and they're going to come in a bag, and they will have a full bar of lotion, a file, and a nice pair of warm fuzzy socks, so you can take care of your feet right before you go to bed, put your warm socks on, and have your feet being moisturized overnight. Those are not there yet. I will let you know. Like I said, I need to order the files and the socks. I'm sifting through which ones I want to get. But anyways, if that's something that you are interested in, though, I would like to hear feedback on that. So either respond under this video if you're watching it on YouTube. If you're on Ravelry, respond in the thread, or you can shoot me an email at keeponwithlife at keeponwithlife@gmail.com. So anyway, didn't mean to do a product promo right there, but I realized I probably have some new viewers since I started making the lotions a couple years ago, and thought I'd tell you about that really quick. Anyway, so I got to do that Friday and Saturday, and like I said, it was a lot of fun. I think I probably talked about it last week when I recorded, but anyways, that's it's done and in the past now. What? Yes, you can. You just did. So, on that note, vending was not very comfortable on my ankle injury that I got a couple weeks ago. I went back to the chiropractor. Well, I went to my dad's house Sunday night and was talking to him. Let's talk about that first. We all went to visit for a little while, and he was saying, you know, to consider the activities that I'm doing and how they could further injure my ankle, namely clogging, because when you're clogging, you're up on your toes and you have to have very loose ankles to, you know, flop your feet around a little bit. Quinn, you need to stop right now. Go play with your toys. So, we had a nice talk about that, and, you know, he was pointing out possible further injury, possible permanent damage, possible early arthritis onset, things that I had already thought about. So the next morning I went to the chiropractor, told him about my conversation with my dad, and he says, "Your dad is a smart man." And I said, "I know." I said, "I wanted to get your opinion as well. You know, after hearing his and thinking about it and stuff, I wanted to get your opinion." And he said, "Yeah, I think it would probably be smart if you did take the year off of clogging." He said, "I hate to tell people or suggest to people that they don't do something that they love, but those are all valid points that you could definitely injure yourself more. And ligaments take up to a year to heal because they don't have the blood flow that muscles and different other parts of your body have." So, with a lump in my throat and shaky hands because I couldn't call him, I messaged the owner of my clogging studio, who's also my instructor, and told him that I'm not going to be able to clog. So, after 3 years of not clogging and one glorious month back at it, I'm not clogging again. And after I sent the message, I went over to Jake and cried for a while, and then walked around and cried, did stuff and cried, and anyway, got it out of my system. I know it's the right thing to do. Oh, but it sucks so much because I've missed it so bad. So anyway, there's my little sad tale for the week, but it is for the better. Just standing for long periods of time hurts pretty bad. I did some research and found that days 5 through 21 are the most sensitive days in the recovery process, and you should be extra careful, and that's what I'm kind of right in the middle of right now. So I'm trying to be careful and be aware of what I'm doing, but at the same time I have to work, and I need to work in my house. So it is what it is. I'm doing the best I can to rest when I can, and anyway, so there's that. Moving on. Let me see, what else happened? What? Okay, go play. This week was Halloween, and we had an Elsa and a... what was Eli? Oh, he was the blue Angry Bird, the ice one. And Cayenne was a costume that she just totally made up. Super rainbow nerdy flop. It's this, she had a rainbow cape and some rainbow knee highs and super super nerdy rainbow flop. Yeah. Anyway, it was hilarious. Totally her. And because she never matches or goes together anyways with her clothes, and it made sense that her costume didn't match and was totally all over the place. And then Anansi was a cat. She didn't hang out with us that night. She went over with one of her friends and hung out. So yeah, we had that. Got to see my new little nephew. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law came over that night afterwards for a while. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all this week. Sorry, I was trying to think. Okay, go on. Back. Get out of the kitchen. Back. Go. Sorry, I gotta get her out of the kitchen. I try to keep them out, kind of in general, so they don't beg so much. But anyway, sit. Good girl. Good girl, Belle. Sit. Good girl. Okay. Anyway. So that is what has gone on this week. Sorry. It's like, my brain is distracted by a child and dogs. All right. If you're still with me, let's move on to going on / coming up. We do have a slipper along going on. Once I finish the sweater that I'm making, I will be casting on some slippers. I have 3 different patterns that I'm deciding amongst. I might just make all 3. I haven't quite decided yet. So if you want to participate, it's the perfect time of year to be making slippers to keep your feet warm. Also, it's going into Christmas time, especially now that it's November. So if you want something really quick and easy to throw together for some last minute gifts, slippers are definitely the way to go, especially if you get worsted or bulky weight. They whip up really fast. So anyways, if you needed some last minute ideas, that's definitely a good option. So all right, let's go to works in progress, and I'll show you what I've worked on this week. When I was vending, I was working on this sock here and there. I need to put a little progress keeper. I know I have some removable stitch markers in here. So we will stick one on. Let's see. Oh. And drop one on the floor. All right, yellow will definitely stand out against this because it's red and green and cream. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. So if I remember correctly, I was on this kind of cream colored one. So while I was vending, I was able to get this done. So now I'm starting the color repeat over, which is fun. I love self-striping, self-patterning socks. Keep you occupied without making you have to think about it. So there's that. Those are not a priority. I will probably take them to vend. I don't vend this weekend, but next weekend I am. So I'm sure I'll take those with me to keep my hands occupied. Occupied. I'm knitting those on size 1s. Oh, and the yarn. I don't know that I've actually shown that to you before. Maybe I have. Oh, now I have needles all over the place. It's Wisdom Yarns Marathon Socks North Pole. I got this from a friend of mine who has bought out a couple of closing yarn shops. So I don't know if they still make this. It's 72% superwash wool, 24% nylon, and 4% metallic thread. And this is in a kind of snap top bag that a friend of mine makes. All right, next on the needles is my mitered square Mario blanket for my husband's Christmas gift. Hold on, let me open it up. I was able to not only finish the row for this week, which is this top one that you see here, but I actually started next week's row because I've started doing 3 squares every day. Not because I won't get it done in time, but because I have been able to cut the time down to about 12 minutes total. That includes picking up for the next one. So picking up, well, for me, it's knitting it and then picking up for the next. I always have the next one ready, so that way I know what color is coming and I can just pick it up and start knitting. So anyways, you can see that that's the next row starting there. So yay, I'm ahead. I have like seven or eight rows left, and about just as many weeks until Christmas. So I'm still on track for 1 row a week, but like I said, if I'm doing 3 squares a day instead of 2, it will get done even sooner, and then I won't have to worry about it. In fact, I'm not even going to put that away because I haven't done my squares for today, so those are, you're welcome. Thank you. Good. So there's that. Nope, I'm using different acrylics, mostly just like from Michael's. I went and got some size 7 needles, and it's, the name of it is something like Mario Granny Square Blanket or something like that, that I just changed from doing individual granny squares and sewing them together to mitered squares, so I don't have to sew 200 and some odd squares together. All right, lastly is my sweater. It's called the Dagna Pullover. I'm also knitting this on size 7 needles. It's by Kristen Hipsky, and this is a webs pattern. And I'm using, there we go, what's it called? Hayesville. I'll show you the yarn really quick. This is Haydenville, excuse me. Valley Yarns Haydenville. So it's one of the Webs brand yarns, and it's a microfiber and merino, superwash merino blend. And I am part way through a row. Of course I am. Let me see. No, there's not really, I'm not close to either side, so that's all right. I'll hold it up because it looks kind of weird anyway when it's pulled out. So here's the body, and I have bound off I bound off the stitches for the neckline, and I'm now working straight along both arms. I have 2 different balls of yarn going, and so I'm working across I'm doing the top right here, and then pretty soon I will cast on and then join it all together and finish off the arms and go down the other part of the body. Progress is going pretty well. It's super easy, just a mistake rib the whole time. The yarn is so nice and squishy and wonderful. Let me see, I did put a progress keeper in last time I recorded, so I was here, finished up to the bind off here, and then as you can see, I have like 5 more rows after I finish this one until I'm going to do the cast on and whatnot, so that will be soon. And I'm really enjoying this pattern. It's unique and fun and easy all at the same time. And I have this much left in the one skein, and then like I said, I had to start another one, so I actually wound it into a cake that the outside part just came off of here. And the friend who made the bag that has the measuring tape top, you know, that clicking together, snap together top, also makes these yarn ball holders, yarn cake holders, with the elastic here at the top, and they're actually reversible, so you can have whichever side you want. Anyway, I love it because it's keeping it tame. And I bought, do I have 2 or 3 of them that I got at the retreat last year? I can't remember. Anyway, she's also one of my knitting class students. So let's, before I forget, move the progress keeper so we know where we were next week when I record. There we go. Oh, and the colorway, I forgot to tell you the colorway. The colorway on this one is called Pompeii. And I have moved into my larger Knitting's My Bag. It's her big sweater bag size. That's very nice. You can see how ginormous it is. It holds my yarn and my sweater, plus, I mean, I can fold over, I can fold over this much of it. So, very good size bag. I love it, I love it. The only other thing I have to show you is actually some spinning. I took a little pigtail with me to spin on while I was vending this weekend. And what I do with these is they're just 1/4 of an ounce. I split them in half, and I put one half to the side, and then I take the other half and split it down and spin it. And then when I'm done with this, I will take it off of here, and then I will spin this one, and then I will apply the two of them together. So anyway, I didn't take this off because I didn't really have a good way to do it while I was vending. So it's just still sitting on here. This spindle is from Green Sleeves Spindles. Green Sleeves Woodworks, maybe? I don't actually know. It's just Green Sleeves. And it's tulip wood and is beautimous. I love it very much. I have the matching Nasta pin. So anyways, this is from Greenwood Fiber Arts, I don't remember. Greenwood Fiber. Anyway, just one of her little pigtails. So that is living in my silver shed bag that I got from ZK last year. So that is all that I've worked on. I don't have anything finished, but I didn't expect to. I do have one little bit of an acquisition to show you. Jake and I both need garment bags for carrying some clothing that we have. And so we went to Joann's this weekend, and he picked out this swirly, oh, that's showing up kind of blue. It's very, very purple. Swirly fabric with the stars. He loves purple. And he saw this one and was like, oh, I love it. And then this won't surprise you at all if you've watched for any amount of time. I love bird fabric. So I got this. I have not ironed them yet. So I've washed them, haven't ironed them. Anyways, that is on the agenda of things to do. But I wanted to show you the pretty fabric we got. So, and I found just a really, really basic garment bag tutorial online. Like it's going to be, I mean, very, very, very basic. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to carry a little bit of clothing. So anyways, stay tuned for that. Oh, and I think I mentioned last week when I showed you the vending apron that I made, I was commenting on how on the Velcro pocket it called for a buttonhole and a button, which I wouldn't have done anyways because I don't want to be buttoning things while I'm vending. But I couldn't get my buttonhole maker to work quite right. Well, I found my sewing machine instruction manual. I was going through my sewing desk, sorry, it's right there. Going through my sewing machine desk, and in the bottom of one of the drawers it was there, and I was like, good grief. And so I was reading through it this week and looked at the buttonhole thing, and sure enough, I just had the one of the dials off just a little bit. So that'll be easy to fix. I'm going to practice with that this week and play with it a little bit, hopefully, or this next week, I guess. Hopefully. That's my plan anyway. So yeah, we have a busy day coming up tomorrow with, Anansi has a Saturday practice because they have basketball going on right now, and so she has that, and we're going to the ski swap because both girls are on the ski team this year, and Kyan needs some stuff, and Anansi needs a new coat, and anyway, and Kyan has a hair appointment tomorrow afternoon. It's and then there's BSU game tomorrow evening, so it's a busy day. Come here, I was just going to call you over here. Oh, do you want to go get your pony so you can show your necklace with the pony? She got something when we were vending this. Oh, shoot, I got some really cute earrings from some ladies that I was vending next to. That's right. Or around the corner from, I mean. But I'll show you another time. So, she got one of the vendors who's kind of a friend of mine. She gave her this really cute My Little Pony necklace. She makes these pendants. And Quinn today found the pony. Can you show him the pony? And it's the same one as the picture, huh, Quinny? Were you so excited? Yeah. That's fun, isn't it?
I want to see it too.
You want to sit with me? Yeah, you can stay with me. Okay. Well, we're going to tell everybody bye. So can you say, have a good week? No, you have to talk right. Say, have a good week.
Have a good week.
And say, until next time.
Until next time.
Keep knitting.
Keep knitting.
Bye.
Bye.